There's no time to explain, here's the build. We are chasing today. Get it? Chasing freedom!
Got him!
We're gonna survive in CDDA. My old guide still works, but now that the limping is more punishing than when it was first released, I figured I'd make a little guide. The old route works well, but we're gonna try some new things. Why am I redoing that run? Because here's what my comment section looks like. Let's talk about the Lucky Start accusation. Here's what just a couple of my lucky starts look like. Instant fire tick, nice. Hey, we got through the fire, easy, until it spread onto us getting out the window. I hope you understand that I don't post hour-long videos of myself resetting. This is just a slow start outside, not many zombies, but if there are some, you can just go into the other house, close the door, and move quickly. But we have one straggler, so we're gonna beat them up and steal their shoes and clothes. I can't wait to hear the comments about how this run is rigged. I heard my neighbor knocking on my window, so I decided to let him in and give him a New Jersey welcome party. Somewhat lackadaisically, I looted the kitchen, but we have a pot, so let's fill it up with some water, grab this bit of food, and check the bedrooms for any more loot. Then we'll slip out this window and head into town. While we head into town, I want to talk a bit about this big picture strategy. In the first few hours and even the first day of a CDDA run, it's better to take a lot of risk and have more resets than to take a worse start and wither on the vine. So while it's even riskier now to go to the convenience store, and you'll have to be very precise in managing hordes to get to the store and back to the farmhouse, it's worth it for the better start. After all, we want to survive for the long haul, so we should take these risks now and not a week from now. Now watch this closely. Since we can't get a big gap from the horde, we have to manipulate this door precisely. Could there be zombies in the back room? Could there be too many zombies to escape? Sure. But that's the risk, baby. What are you gonna do? But we can get our just desserts from in here. Now watch closely. There's a zombie by the door. Easy enough. Now we're just going to repeat this delicate dance with death to go back towards the farmhouse. But we need to use some new techniques to escape, so let's just jump there now. So we're slower now, which means we're gonna need to use these fences as well to escape. We have some zombies coming from the northwest and from the south, and while we pick up some new zombies, we will largely lose our old friends. So let's keep going north and using right-click move. What we want here is for us to smoothly pass through the trees while the zombies kind of bump into each other and get in each other's way and slow themselves down. Here we are in the more wooded area, and this is where they will really start to get hung up on the trees. Be careful for any friends inside of these trees, but you should start to build some distance from your neighbors. And at this point, you should be able to start using the shift mechanic. When you click shift to start jogging, your character will enter this animation. This is faster than simply limping and will help you get an even larger gap between the zombies. You can escape without this by just using the forest, but this mechanic will help you a lot in desperate times. Now, it's just smooth sailing to the farmhouse. Where the hell am I? This looks like part of the farmhouse, but it's not super familiar. Oh, okay. I'm on the opposite end of the field north of the farmhouse. What happened? Well, we might as well check the cabin since we're in the neighborhood.
Beans.
Got a few Zeds in the field and don't want to bring them home with me, so back to the woods. If I spend much more time in the woods, I'm going to turn into a tree ant, surely. Alright, we've made it home. Now for the sketchy part, the zombie check. And I'll be honest, while I know this event is realistic, I just don't really like it. But usually, if this event has spawned, there won't be any zombies in the house. Found some tweezers, so let's get our legs sorted. A can opener is a nice loot, and a little bit more food. I'm not going to show every bit of loot I take, but if you want more info on what items I prioritize, I have a big list on the other video. The link to that is in the description. Since we're in a decent spot, have some food, and some warm clothes, we're just going to spend the night here. If you have to move, make your stay here as brief as possible and head on to the next phase of your journey. But I'm going to try to just stick around, shake our nasty cold, and get some rest in. And to do that safely, we got to get these bodies out. I'll see you in the morning. But I am grabbing some goodies out of this shed. taking this big old shovel too. Also some padded pants. Okay, now for real, see you in the morning. Yeah, it's me again, it's the middle of the night. I'm in too much pain to sleep, so I decided to give a proper burial to these two poor souls we found in this little farmhouse. I'm not really sure what else I should do with my time right now. I don't want to spend too much time inside because boredom can lead to getting sad, and I only have one book to deal with it. And I'm kind of planning on using that to counteract eating straight margarine and dried beans. So it only seems right to give them a proper send-off. Rest in peace. Oh my god, the sun is coming up and I can finally go to sleep, so I guess we're going to head out in the late afternoon today. And we're on the road again. While there's many catchy songs that I could play here, I don't want to get slapped by YouTube's copyright system, so you can just hum your song of choice to yourself here. And here's where I decided to take a drink of Diet Coke, assuming that I was safe. So if you're following this guide, do not drink Diet Coke and walk through the woods. But since it's just a 7.5% chance of infection, we're just going to continue on as if nothing happened. We're going to continue heading west. There's a few more locations I want to head to. I have a plan for the long haul. See, we're going home. The place where all of this began. If you've been around for a bit, you'll probably have a good idea of what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, you'll just have to stick around and find out. Here we have some spicy combat on the road, and frankly, if you can't win a 1v4, you probably aren't ready for CDDA. I'm just keeping it real with you. There's a lot of Zeds, we're burning daylight, so while I'd love to stay and chat with our neighbors, it's time to hit the road again. Hey look, a car crash, and a wrench. Might as well grab it. The 4 main tools in game that are important are the wrench, screwdriver, hammer, and saw, so getting these 4 is pretty important for long-term survival. Here's the next stop. I think this is called the relay station? This is a newer addition to the map. You can grab a few supplies, but more importantly, you can get some water here. And just in case you wondered what was in this room, it's a lot less exciting than I expected too. Still on the road to our next location, walking through the woods at night is definitely safe, but no Diet Coke this time. We're at the cabin in the woods finally. It's pitch black, so enjoy this massive color shift. If you wonder why I'm bumbling around a bit, you see so much better than I could at the time. We even had a dear friend waiting for us to arrive. And if you're wondering what it looks like for me, well, here you go. And we found a lighter, which is actually super useful. Don't ask why I stupidly wasted several hours at this cabin. We're back on the road again because we have more distance to travel. I think you understand the general theme of survival here, at least initially in CDDA. Keep moving, keep finding more food, and gathering the most important supplies. We still don't have seeds, for example. This is another new addition to the map. It's a little, I guess, military camp, boot camp kind of thing. We're just gonna sort through these bunkhouses and see if we can find some goodies. This shed is super interesting. It's the first generator that we've seen. It even has a gas can, which I'm just going to go ahead and take with me. Finally found some more food. That's a pretty huge find, actually. There's been a few Zeds here and there, but nothing too crazy. We're just going to keep moving forward, but I'm pretty happy that we stopped here. We're going to head south to our first safe house. And here we are. Kind of. The farmhouse offers us a nice place to rest, but also another good chance to get some really good loot. A lug wrench? It's not a bad pickup, honestly, but it's a bit more extravagant than what we're really needing at this point. We're not exactly fixing cars right now. This hammer, however, and a crowbar. Life is coming up chase. Another generator. Nice. Kind of useless, but nice. And a saw! We've done it! We have all 4 keys to success! The screwdriver, wrench, saw, and hammer united at last! What a lovely trip, and we finally enter Farmhouse 2. Just gonna be a little cautious clearing it out, but we have a chance to sleep here and get a bit of food in us and sort ourselves out. And we've even found a belt. When my last CDDA video came out, my life was kind of flipped upside down at the time, and yeah, I know, a lot of my content since then has been pretty meh. Trust me, I've seen the numbers. But I'm starting to have some more good days now, and I hope I can get back to making some of the good content that people really enjoyed. I really enjoyed making it, so we're going to try to get back to that. If you have anything that you really want to see, just let me know, but I have some cool ideas kind of on the back burner that I've been waiting to make. I really appreciate all of y'all who have stuck around. I just want to say thank you. Make sure that you hug your loved ones today, and I will see you next time. And I promise you it's not going to take a month. I promise. Take care.